It's going to give everybody a few minutes to get on in here. Right back. Hi, everyone. Tim here at Kozy Homestead. Go on, say hi. Who all's here? What do y'all want to talk about today? I know I got a few things I want to talk about.
watching?
Mm-mm. You're bouncing the camera, sexy.
Hello. How's your Monday so far?
Yep. Mm-mm. 5. Hey, everyone. Come on in. Welcome. Let's have a chat. Have a little sit down. How's everyone's day going today? Cool. What we got here? Everyone doing okay today? Richard, how you doing, man? Yeah, I do too. He's a great guy. Hank Norris. Yeah, he's a pretty cool cat, man. I really like him. So how's your day going? Good. I'm glad you enjoy him. Now, Richard, do you have a channel? Okay. All right. Because I know what was it? Yesterday, when we were with the old man, a bunch of folks from his channel subscribed to mine, and I wanted to return the favor. And I tried to search for some of them, but I couldn't find them, and I don't know why. Now, come on in closer. Say hi to everybody. They can't see you. Come on, Scoochie. Scoochie. There you go. So this is Mama Mina.
Hi.
And of course, you know, I'm Tim. And we are the Kozy Homestead. So one of the things I want to talk about today is why the Kozy Homestead. You're going to want to turn that down.
Hi. How are you?
Well, her name is Mina, Mina. And ever since we've met, I've called her Mama Mina because it just reminds me of Mama Mia. So sometimes I'll just say to her, "Hey, Mama Mina," and she understands it. She gets it. So beautiful day here today. I'll tell you what, so blessed.
Still cold.
And the shade is starting to cool off pretty good, but right now we're good. So why I want to let you all know why we called it the Kozy Homestead. So back almost 15 years ago. No, actually, let me go back to the beginning. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, I worked with somebody who was probably the only person I could call truly my best friend I ever had. And his name was Don. One of the best people I've ever known. And, you know, back then, of course, we didn't have all the technology we have today. So, you know, we would talk from time to time, probably a handful of times over the next 15 or so years. And he actually had another friend who was named Dennis. Ghost, what's going on, brother? And Dennis actually died in Vietnam, but didn't know it. He fought Agent Orange, and he died October 10th of 2010. And in 2015, while I was living in the Philippines, I moved back here to the States to take care of mom because she had brain cancer. So after I took care of mom, and mind you, while I was here taking care of my mom, my wife and kids were still in the Philippines. I was waiting for her visa to be approved. At this point, it had been 8 years since I tried to get her visa. And, you know, it's crazy because I hear all these people talk about the illegals the way they do, and it just yanks my chain. Simply because of the fact they're trying to get a free ride when I paid thousands. Well, Timothy, thank you. Appreciate being here. My name is also Tim. So I spent thousands trying to get my wife here legally. I even tried getting congressional help, but, you know, funny thing is the congressman from my district was a Democrat. Wouldn't lift a finger to help at all. So I took care of mom. Mom passed. And my family, if you actually look up dysfunctional family in a dictionary, you'll see a picture of us. And I was getting ready to put a bid in on mom's house because I wanted to buy it. Because the house was built in 1850. It was an old farmhouse in New Jersey. And in 1910, they split it into a duplex. But I actually always wanted to buy both sides of that property and turn it back into the original farmhouse it was. Because it had a lot of history. Where I grew up, there was a lot of history, especially in the Revolutionary War. The town I grew up in is where Betsy Ross got married. Betsy Ross lived there. You know, it's really in a historic place. So right when I was getting ready to put a bid in on mom's house, after I fixed it up to increase the property value, so I would have to pay more, I got a letter from my sister's friend who was a lawyer saying the house has been sold. I got 30 days to vacate. Now, I'd already been talking to my friend Don a little bit more because of the technology improvements. And I was talking to Don and told him what happened. And because he said, well, what are you going to do? And I said, well, we're either going to go homeless or we're going to go back to the Philippines. And I ain't going homeless, so I guess we're going to move back to the Philippines. He said, nah, you're not. He said, look, man, he said, we have a huge finished basement. Come on down. You can stay with us. Get back on your feet. Find a place of your own.
Yeah.
And,
Hi.
you know, we'll just go that route. So I did that. We moved the year before that. She had been diagnosed with cancer and died rather quickly and unexpectedly in August of 22. 8 months later, my best friend Don comes here, drop off some containers that we had bought because we're all getting ready to move over to a property we have in Alabama. Altogether, it's right around 30 acres. We've got 2 acres for us that Don had given us. And he came out here in April. We were going to move out there end of May, beginning of June. He comes out here, delivers containers, and for some reason went a different way home. As he's going home, he passed a bush hog. that was clearing the sides of the road. The bush hog actually ran over some rebar. Everything, in my opinion, the Lord was having mercy on my best friend because of how grief-stricken he was from missing his wife. A 7-inch piece of rebar went in through his back window. The window was down. Went in through his back window. Went in between the headrest and the seat, a distance about this big. Clipped him in the side of the neck and blew out the entire side of his neck and killed him instantly. So everything changed at that point. So his stepdaughter, who he considered a daughter, and son-in-law, who he considered a son, which are also very good friends of ours and we consider our family, they inherited everything. And we're working on still going out there, but it's just taking time because everybody's still healing. I mean, there's a court battle and everything going on because of the way he was killed. You know, it's just a huge mess. But we decided to start a YouTube channel, and you know they're not really into it as much, and I understand that. I like making content and put it on YouTube, and so we were all sitting around trying to think about what to call our YouTube channel. And Dennis's last name was Kozy, and Don really loved Dennis, and we decided to call it the Kozy Homestead with a K. So that's where the name came from for our channel. And that's what we call the homestead, is the Kozy Homestead. So we're hoping this year to get out there and do some more improvements on the property. We're going to go there Thursday, and me and the wife are going to camp out there. We're probably going to stay in a 14 by 40 barn shed that we bought that we want to turn into a tiny house. And we're going to stay there probably Thursday, maybe come home Friday, maybe come home Saturday. Just depends on how much Mama Mina likes pooping in a bucket. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, you know, we kind of liked it. You know, we thought that the Kozy Homestead would be fitting not just for Dennis, but also for Don as well. You know, and it's still even hard for me because, like I said, Don was really the only person I could ever truly call my best friend. And the thing is, you know, I think about the movie Tombstone. I don't know if you remember, where they just got done battling at the creek, and one of the guys said to Doc, why are you here? And Doc Holliday said, Wyatt Earp is my friend. And the guy said, well, hell, I got lots of friends. He's like, I don't. And that's how I am. You know, I got a lot of people I know. When I was in the military, everybody knew me. You went somewhere, everybody was like, I know you from somewhere. But as far as friends, I keep a very tight community of people. So the number of friends I have isn't as high as others may have. So how's the weather where y'all are today? I'll tell you what, we got up into the low 70s. Cooling off here in the shade. That's why I'm wearing a nice heavy flannel. And let me know something you all want to talk about. Yep, you're absolutely right, Richard. People suck. That's why I choose who is in my community, my network, very carefully. And that's one of the reasons why I like talking to the old man. You know, like you said, he's a great guy. He's a badass guy. Has a wealth of knowledge, and he likes giving advice like I do. He's just all around great. There's all around great people. I'm actually hoping that this year we might be able to actually get together, drive down to where he is, because he's only a couple hours away. Drive down to where he is and have a little sit down with him. I can tell you that I'm not so much into bug out bags. I actually go for the go bag is what I call mine, because people have bug out bags, they have get home bags, they have 5-day bags, 3-day bags, all these different bags, and I just like to have a go bag, a bag I can take anywhere when the time arises. But I also have an everyday carry bag, and I'm going to do a video on that here in a few days. I might actually do it while we're at our place in Bama, and do a short video on that, or I might just do it live. You never know. Just go over what I carry in my everyday carry bag, or what I carry in my go bag. Yeah, I got to get down there and do some fishing with him. I know that the wife would really like it. She loves eating fish, man. With her being a Filipina, if she could eat fish every day, she would. And the way she makes the fish, man, just the flavor, the way she fries the fish, and how crispy the skin gets, it's just delicious. And as far as him being straightforward, yeah, I definitely have to agree. And I think a lot of that comes from the old school guys that were in the military. We don't pull punches, we don't sugarcoat anything. I've been complimented on the way I don't sugarcoat anything, but I've also been criticized for the way I don't sugarcoat anything. And I just tell people, I'm not going to make it flowery for you. I'm not going to make it feel good. I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you can't handle it, then it might be time for you to move on. I'm a firm believer that if you're sugarcoating it and you're not giving it to people straight up, you're a liar. Two things I can't stand in life: a liar and a thief. And to me, they both go hand in hand. They're just as bad as politicians and lawyers. I've actually been to Pyramid Lake in Nevada quite a few times, many times. I used to, I don't know if you heard about my military background, but I was in the Navy 23 years. I worked special warfare helicopters for about 15 years of that. Out of 23 years, I got 19 days on boats. And the special warfare helicopters I worked with, we had one squadron on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. The one on the East Coast was, of course, in Norfolk, Virginia. The one on the West Coast was at Point Mugu, California, a small weapons testing base that people don't really know much about. But both squadrons used to go to Fallon, Nevada for desert training all the time. We started doing that back in the 80s. We would go out there for desert training, which obviously came in very handy for us. And I was one, I don't like going to casinos. I don't like donating my money to people. So I would always take a group of guys and we'd go exploring. And we used to go down to Pyramid Lake all the dang time, man, all the time. It would freak people out that there was actually a pyramid in the middle of this lake. No, I never got to fish it. And back then I wasn't really into the fishing side of it so much. I was more into the mountain climbing, exploring the old mine shafts. Just for training for us, we would take a bunch of rappelling gear and we'd go rappel down inside some of the old mine shafts and do some exploring down there. Which, it's pretty freaky what you find in some of those mine shafts, like mummified mountain lions and stuff like that. It was actually pretty cool. But yeah, I've been to a lot of places there in Nevada. Never really been to many foreign countries, maybe a half a dozen or so. Spent a lot of time in the Middle East. Been to almost every state in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Got to see Hawaii one time from a boat, but that was it. Never got to go visit Hawaii.
Oh, Richard is had a lot of Filipinos. Hear that?
What's that?
Richard is he had a lot of Filipinos. What's that?
Oh, nice.
Richard.
All right, I'll definitely check out the Pyramid Lake fishing. I do remember that we were there one time, and we were active duty, but we weren't regular Navy. We were what they called in the TAR program, Training and Administration of the Reserves. So we were still active duty, but we trained the weekend warriors. Even with us having a specialized field, which the regular Navy always tried to get from us, and they finally did in the last decade. But sorry about the traffic, guys. We're actually going to work on getting a table and chairs to put out back. Just more sun out there, so we won't be able to do that too much during the summer. But you know, I do remember a regular Navy squadron had some guys that went out there and tried to go diving the lake, and I think 2 of them died. I think that was back in the mid-90s. 2 of them died trying to dive it. You don't want to hang out here and talk to folks?
I'm gonna look in the shop.
You keep scooching further and further away from me. I guarantee you they want to see you and say hi to you too.
Hi.
They can't even see you. What's wrong with you?
Kasi.
But yeah, I loved exploring out in Nevada. I think 2 of my favorite places for exploring, one was definitely Alaska. I got to do a lot when I was up there. Nevada was another one. Montana, Wyoming, those were all good. Utah, I'll tell you what. I tried one time to go hiking in Utah, and I was like, you know what? This was before all the GPS and stuff like that. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to become a statistic out here. Yeah, you know what? And I've heard that, and I think that's what happened to those 2 regular Navy guys that went down there. They were trying to find those tunnels, and they never made it back out. To this day, I don't even know if they ever recovered the bodies. All I know is that they were pronounced dead, or they were presumed dead. So, but that's one of the places where, you know, after we sell this house and move over to Alabama, we plan on getting a small RV and going traveling. And I want to actually take my wife to some of the bases I was stationed at. I think it'd be pretty cool for her to see some of those places. So who wants to hear how me and Mama Mina met?
Story time.
Who wants another story? Or should I save that for another live?
Not too long.
Oh, come on now. Ghost, what are you up to today? What, got anything going on? How's the weather there? How about you, Timothy? And look, like I was telling Richard, some of you in the room, I know some of you subscribe to my channel, and look, I really appreciate y'all. I really do. And I know some of y'all have channels, and I tried to find your channel so I could subscribe to your channel, but for some reason I'm not able to. So if you would do me a favor, after we're done with this live, if you would go back into it, I'll make it public again. Go back into it and make a comment, so I can just comment anything, just say hi. This way I can go in there and click on you, find your channel, and subscribe to you. I'd really appreciate it. That would help me out a lot, because I'll tell you what, I probably spent half hour, 45 minutes, because I took screenshots of everybody's name yesterday during Old Man's live stream. I spent 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer, trying to find everybody so I could subscribe to their channel. Now, I know that after it was all said and done, I'd finally made over 790 subscribers. And I think we ended up with 792, Maha? 792 subscribers. And for some reason, we're down to 789 now. So I don't know if some of you unsubscribed or what, but if you did, trust me, I want to subscribe to your channels. Just let me know and I'll hook you up. So I agree with old man. We gotta look out for each other, and since we're all like-minded people, let's make it happen. And what topics do you guys want to talk about today? Do we want to talk about Ukraine and how Zelensky says that the government only got $75 billion instead of the $200 billion that was sent to them? Do you guys want to talk about how the left is losing their minds? I mean, we were pretty much doing the same thing the last 4 years, so it's understandable, just not to that degree. Do you guys want to talk about the aircraft mishaps and how now the only thing that we're really seeing on TV is them trying to pull the wreckage out of the Potomac and, people doing dog and pony shows for updates? What do y'all want to talk about? Anything within reason. Do you guys need advice? You guys having some problems? Want to talk about a certain subject? We're all ears. All right, so Thursday we're talking about going out to our property in Alabama. They're calling for rain, less than 50% chance, but we're going to go out there and clear some of the tall grass. We got out there some of the tall weeds. We have a hard time doing it though because we're trying to find stuff that's going to be beneficial for our health and keep it and not kill it. So, we found a lot of amazing stuff out there so far. We found wild persimmon. We found black willow trees, which is really good because they've used those back in the Revolutionary War days. They used that to make gunpowder, which is really cool. So I like having those there. Black walnuts, let me tell you, we've probably got 60 black walnut trees on that dang property. Loving it. And black walnuts are some of the healthiest nuts there are for you. So come on now, it shouldn't be all about me talking. You guys talk. What else you want to know? You want to know something about us? You want to talk about a certain topic? How about you, Timothy? What are you up to? Well, Timothy, I can tell you that we won't go live every day. Being in the military as long as I have and everything that we did, I couldn't really treat the Sabbath like the Sabbath. So on Sundays pretty much we keep it the Sabbath and we don't do anything. I don't really like to make videos on Sundays. We try to devote that entire day completely to God. So, and like the old man says, you've got to be able to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. So, but we're probably going to do 4 or 5 times a week. We'll go live. I just want to make sure that I try to schedule it around old man, with old man helping me out the way he does. I don't want to have people watch our channel and not watch his. So I want to try to schedule it around his to where whatever time he does it, I do it either before or after him. you know, or vice versa, whatever. Yeah, I just want to be cool like that. So, and just like we said, we are here in Georgia. We're in Western Georgia. Pretty peaceful and quiet where we are. And tomorrow I'm going to do a really short video to show you guys a deer crossing that the town has put up. And to me, it's just ludicrous because where we are is very rural. So everybody should just remember that this entire area is a deer crossing. Somehow, somebody decided to take and put up deer crossing signs on both sides of the road. And they're probably not even 100 yards apart. As long as we've been here, we've actually never seen deers cross there. They're all up and down, especially this road that we're on. We get them in the backyard, we feed them, we put out those deer blocks that they like. So yeah, that's kind of wondering why money is being wasted on superfluous nonsense like that. Doesn't surprise me though, since it's government. Where y'all from? Anybody?
No.
Anybody? So Richard, Mama Mina, was it Richard who has Filipino blood in him?
Yeah, I think his mom.
Mama Mina says that you got some Filipino blood in you. Any idea what part of the Philippines your family might be from? Any idea anything about their history, their parents or their grandparents' history? Because it can actually be really quite surprising what you learn. I know Mina's family was very surprised when I was living there and met her uncle, her dad's brother, who was 83, I think, at the time. And I asked him what it was like for him during World War II. That's when everybody found out he was a guerrilla that fought against the Japanese. That's pretty dang cool, you know. So I actually got to walk a little bit of the Death March Trail in Bataan. It's not pronounced Bataan. It's actually pronounced Bataan. I learned that very quickly when we got to the trail, and I said, "Oh, this is the Bataan Death March Trail." They're like, "The what?" I said, "The Bataan Death March Trail." No, it's not pronounced Bataan. It's Bataan. So I got corrected very quickly on that.
Correction.
Yep. Hey, if you just came into the room, come on in, say hi. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and what you want to talk about. I'm glad you didn't go back to burn. Because of the wind picking up. Yep. So me and Mama Mina actually retired early. We were just fed up with the whole system and tired of lining someone else's pockets with money. So we scrimped and saved, went debt free. We got a mortgage, but where we are, mortgage is actually pretty decent.
Are you get your hand?
Well, thank you, Ryan. We appreciate it. Now, Ryan, do you have a channel as well? We'd love to return the favor. We're doing good. Kick back, relaxing, enjoying the beautiful weather. Sun's getting ready to sit. Appreciate you all being here. All right, so it's story time since everybody's quiet. So I'm going to tell everybody how me and Mama Mina met. So, I was over in the Middle East. Went to Bahrain for some R&R. All right, that's cool. We got to the hotel we stayed at, which was beyond a 5-star hotel. Arab royalty stayed there. When we got there, there was actually an Arab prince of some sort staying there with his family. And we got there at night. So the next morning, I went down to the little restaurant they had in the hotel with a friend of mine, and she came out of the kitchen, said 1 minute, please, and turned around back into the kitchen. And right then, man, I'll tell you what, I turned to my friend. I'm not going to use the language that I used back then because I'm trying to avoid that these days. But I turned to my friend and I said, dude, I don't know why, but I'm going to marry that effing woman. And he said, shut up, you are not. I'm like, nah, I'm going to marry that woman. So took about a week or so, asked her out. Actually, it took more than a week, probably a couple of weeks. Asked her out. She finally said yes. Stood me up. Then finally went out with me. And let me tell you, we drove around the island of Bahrain all night. And all we did was drink coffee, hot chocolate, and talk the entire night. So, and that's how it all started. A couple months later, we were engaged. And less than a year later, we were married. We've been married since March of 2007. And we've been having a blast ever since. Just loving life, making each other laugh, having fun with each other. So we both love cooking, both love baking. And that's how we met.
Where you guys located?
We're in Georgia, actually not far from Old Man, a couple hours. Western Georgia. We're probably actually like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, if that, to the Alabama state line. Pardon me. And we're actually hoping this year to be moving over to our property in Alabama. So, and we'll show you all that property this week when we go and spend the night there in our barn shed. We're just going to camp it out, set up some cots, sleeping bags, set up our emergency kitchen, use some of our prepping stuff to get ready for it. I don't think so. So, how is Kansas City these days? Are you guys ready to get beat by the Eagles?
Missouri.
Hmm?
Missouri?
Yep.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Chiefs are playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl this year. Yep. Well, you know, I'm hoping this year the Eagles pull it off. I'm originally from New Jersey, and I remember watching the Eagles play in the old stadium many years ago. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's not an embarrassment again this year. But to be honest with you, I don't watch much football. I don't watch much pro sports anymore. I watch highlights, but that's about it. So what's everyone else's picks for the Super Bowl? Chiefs or Eagles?
Jeez.
Chiefs?
Our eagle flying.
Yeah.
Fucking not flying. They're not flying though.
You getting cold? Are you? You want some hot chocolate? No? Huh? Hot chocolate.
Oh.
Well, that's awesome. Lady won you some money. You're what? You're what? What are you looking for? Really now? Right now? Okay.
Really now?
Really?
Yeah, really.
All right. And I appreciate you saying that about the Eagles, although we never want our team to lose. There's just some teams we don't want to lose too. Now, do you play fantasy football every year?
Did you read it? Did you read the message?
Yeah.
Um, 1 hour. Before Georgia.
Buford.
1.5.
I don't really know.
No,
I don't know. I'm going to have to look that one up. Might be about an hour. I think some people are surprised at how big Georgia actually is. Somebody brought up something in old man's conversation yesterday, and neither one of us had any idea where the place was. But yeah, we'll look that up and we'll let you know in the next live.
It's a barber channel I watch for a lot.
Which barber channel is it? Is it the one where the guy does the haircuts for special needs kids or special needs even young adults? That's a pretty cool channel. I like watching that. The way this guy does the haircuts and tries to relate with the people with special needs is pretty amazing.
Even the homeless guy with the certain
Salt water. Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it does. I can tell you that I did fantasy football 1 year, and ends up that the day they decide to do the draft, I ended up being deployed, so I couldn't be there for it. And I had first pick. I was number 1. So the guy who was in charge of it told me that he would pick my team for me. And he got me all the best players. And my team just dominated the entire season. There wasn't anybody even close. When it was all said and done, the guy who picked my team, who basically did the right thing, the same thing I would have done for him, gave me so much grief because I wouldn't share money with him. I'm like, wait a minute, why would I do that? He said, well, I picked your team for you. Yeah, you did the right thing. Just like if I would have had to do it for you, I would have done the right thing and picked the best people for you. But I wouldn't come and ask you for money because it was just the right thing to do. So after that, I didn't play anymore. So I don't do fantasy sports at all anymore. I don't bother because, like you said, it just turns into a big fight. Yeah, you know, Mahal, too many cars coming by today. I think next time I'm just going to do it in the house. I think next time we will. I ain't going to worry about it right now. I don't want to pack everything up and make everybody wait on us. You know? Huh? Yeah.
It's okay. It's not that much.
Yeah, sometimes there are. Why don't you ever sit down and talk to them for a bit?
What am I gonna say?
Whatever. Just talk to them. Right over here. I'll leave you the microphone right here.
Huwag na mag-mic.
Give me the mic.
Hello! Hello. Ayan. Ayan, I can tell you. I don't know the games. I'm good. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I can see. Just taking a break. What I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm shy. Halaga! I'm facing the sun. Timothy. Live selling, we're gonna sell.
Huh?
Anyone who wants this for $1? The temperature, what's the temperature? Maybe on the 60s?
It's up to the low 70s. Right now it's approaching the low 60s.
Yeah, it's kind of 60s. But I'm cold. I'm Asian. The place where I came from is always hot. Sunny.
Eskimo.
So he called me Filipino Eskimo. Ooh, like that. I'm fine. Yes. Dark skin, small women, pain in the butt. He is pain in the butt. I have a tropical blood. Have you been there? You want to go there? Did it snow there in Kansas City?
Yeah.
You want to move there?
No. If we don't move to Alabama, we're moving to the Philippines.
I have not, but my friends is. Oh, really? Yeah, and we have a lot of beach there.
Over 7,000 islands.
Yeah, you want to try to come there to go there? Yeah, he said he had a friend. I'm not, but my friend is married to a Filipino. Wow. Ah, I can eat balut. Yeah, I love it, but up to two only because it's kind of make me drunk. Tim don't like it. I don't know. You know balut, huh? Balut.
A lot of people heard of balut. A lot of people heard they'll never eat it.
Hey, did your friend share the Filipino food with you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. But are they here in America already or still in Philippines? Oh, with the wife.
Well, no.
Sit here.
Okay.
They moved to America. They're already here.
Okay. Yeah, one of the things that we're thinking about is building a place in the mountains down there in the Philippines. Really nice place to visit. There's over 7,000 islands down there. Beaches are beautiful. But I'll tell you what, man, y'all can't go down there single. You do, you're going to come back engaged. I promise you that. A lot of beautiful women down there. Goodbye.
Except me.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever. You're beautiful. Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Anybody else want to join in the conversation? Let us know where you are. What you up to today?
Well, you have 7 watching.
Mm-mm.
It's single.
Yeah, you know what?
How old? How old are you?
Man, I'll tell you what, the lot of benefits down there. The food is amazing, especially the fruit. They have so much fresh fruit. There was one day was when we went to Bataan, when we got those mango.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went to here we call it Bataan, but it's actually pronounced Bataan. Um, the day before we were leaving, these farmers came and sold us a 50-pound rice sack full of green mango for like, what, 20 pesos?
250, I don't know. 50 pesos.
Yeah, like a dollar. And we just took them back to our condo with us in Metro Manila, and just had everybody over, and that bag was gone in a matter of like a half hour, 45 minutes. It was so good. The banana, I don't like bananas here anymore because they just don't taste right. They have what, five or seven different kinds of bananas down there, and they're all delicious. My favorite fruit down there is called mangosteen, and it's grown on a pine tree, a female pine tree, and it's just delicious. You know, I can't wait to get back down there just for that. You know,
Oh,
my son. Speaking of tattoos, my son wants to go back down to the Philippines. There's a woman down there in her 90s.
Wang
That's
Ud. Wang Ud. Her name is Wang Ud.
Wang Ud. That's her name, Wang Ud. And she does tattoos the old-fashioned way, where she uses a thorn from a plant down there. What plant was it? Do you remember?
It's calamansi.
They have a fruit down there called calamansi. It's really bitter, tart citrus. It's almost the size of a key lime, a little bit smaller even. And they use it in a lot of their food. So she gets a thorn from that, and it gets put on a stick, and she uses another stick, and she hammers in the tattoo. Thing is, when you go to see her to get a tattoo, you don't pick what tattoo you're getting. She decides what tattoo you're getting, and every single one of them looks amazing. But she's in her 90s, and she's still doing that down there.
100.
Oh, she's 100 now?
She's 100.
Yeah, she's 100 years old now, still doing that. So that's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of cool things in the Philippines. Whenever we went on vacation down there, we never went to the tourist places. I was never a tourist destination kind of guy. We always went off the beaten path, and always had a blast down there. We went to the islands where they filmed Survivor when they were in the Philippines. And while we were there, we found out that like 7 or 8 other countries have filmed their version of Survivor in the same place. And it's just beautiful. I mean, you go to all these different islands, all the beaches. There was one time we went on a beach, and you walk down the beach, and there's actually pineapple growing out of the beach, out of the sand. Yeah, exactly. It's a similar method. I think that's a old traditional Pacific Islander way of doing tattoos. But our son, he's 17 now. He'll be graduating from high school this year, starting college. And he actually wants to be a neurosurgeon. And he wants to go to the Philippines just to meet that woman to get a tattoo. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
Ouch.
Yeah, it probably hurt. Yeah, I agree. Ouch. Richard, you still there? You still listening? He is a sharp kid. We're proud of him and everything he's accomplished. He's like I said, he's the youngest person in his class, and he's really into theater. He's actually done TV commercials in the Philippines when we were living there. He did radio voiceover and all that. And this year he's president of the debate team, president of theater. He was homecoming king. After he finishes this year, he'll already have completed 10 college courses. So yeah, he's sharp kid. Sometimes a little bit too sharp for his own good. You know, he's not one of those who's 17 going on 30 kind. But yeah, he's a good kid. Am I wrong? Huh?
No comment.
No comment. He's a mama's boy. Come on in, you all say hello. Let us know where you're from, what you're all up to. Me and Mama's just sitting here today, having a little sit down with everybody. Yeah, you know, I think we all do that. You know, I can tell you that with the way I was as a kid, everybody thought I was going to grow up to be a dang lawyer, but I wasn't. Strictly helicopters. That's all I ever wanted to do. That's what I got my degree in, and never used it after I got out of the military.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody does that.
How about you guys? What do you all do? And what do you all do for fun? What kind of work? Yeah, over here. Over here. Over here. Come on. So everybody can see you. Everybody loves seeing you.
Everybody. Ooh. Aha. Ooh. Are you stopping?
Come on now.
I do contract work for. Oh. Powerlifting.
Okay, cool. Cool. You know, when I retired,
Powerlifting.
I had some acronym agencies trying to pick me up to work. But I was at that point I was just done. I wanted out of the whole business. You know, when I was in, I worked with a bunch of acronym agencies, and like some of them, didn't like some of them. You know how it is. I mean, if you do contract work for them, then you understand how some of the acronym agencies can be. But yeah, you know, I was offered ICE,
Ice, baby.
a couple other agencies that I won't get into, Blackwater, all that stuff, and nah, not for me, not my thing, not into it. Especially, you know, once you retire and you learn everything that.
Micromanage.
Hmm?
Yes, yeah, it's micromanagement.
Oh yeah, it is. It is, you know, and unless you've got some seniority, some serious seniority, and some serious power, then I'm pretty much just a whipping boy. So, and I just didn't want to go back overseas again. I didn't want to go back to the Middle East anymore. Threw that T-shirt away a long time ago. You okay there, my Filipino Eskimo? Huh? We gotta get a fire pit for up here.
It's down to 50s.
No, it's still in the 60s, low 60s probably. So tonight, Mama Mina's making fish for dinner. How you gonna cook your fish tonight?
Ginataan.
Okay, that explains everything.
I'm cooking no coconut.
Oh,
Coconut milk.
and coconut milk?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll probably just make pizza.
With heat. Good.
With heat. I said, how you cooking the fish tonight
Oh, yeah.
with heat?
Yeah, with fire.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, Ryan. With fire.
Come on now.
You had
Him that. Now, Ryan, do you like Philippine food? Have you had much Philippine food?
yeah,
No, he hasn't.
yeah.
That's a shame.
His friend didn't share it.
Man,
He didn't share.
are you close to him and his wife?
I don't think so.
You okay? Why all the way over there?
Kasi nahiya ako.
Then go.
Huh? Huh?
He go.
Nahihiya.
What the hell does that mean? Oh, come on.
Dude. You got that. You got that.
So, what did you guys think about the news with? Let's see here.
Excuse me. Drifted apart when you put. Ah. Oh, okay.
Wow, that kind of sucks. Well, I'll tell you what. You need to find yourself a good little Filipina who loves to cook.
Loves to cook and to eat.
Yeah, you know, she makes this Filipino stew called caldereta, and she knows to make me an extra bowl of gravy just so I can dip bread in it because it's so dang good.
With the hot bread.
Hot bread, hot gravy. I'm good to go. And then her lumpia. We just had lumpia last night. It was delicious. You know, we try to make everything homemade. We don't really eat out much. We try to make all of our food from scratch.
Expensive to eat out.
Yeah. And I know people say it saves them time, but as long as if you're doing it together, then you're spending quality time together. That's what I look at. You know, maybe one of these days, if we keep things going the way we are, an old man does, and maybe one of these days we can plan a get together for everybody.
Yep, it is insane.
Yeah, it's insane, especially now. Sometimes we'll go out to eat fast food on Sundays after church. Sometimes, like yesterday, there were four of us. There was us two, our son, and his girlfriend, and we just went to BK. Let me tell you, I spent damn near $50. And going to the movies is even worse. We haven't gone to the movies in a few years now because of how expensive it is.
Yep.
So now we just wait for the DVD. We make our own popcorn, pop the DVD in, turn off all the lights, and enjoy the show. What's the next story?
What?
Next story we can tell.
It's 25%, right?
One thing I'll say is, a lot of people get upset over the tariffs. I can tell you that me personally, I think if used the right way, they can do a lot of good. You look at the way these countries issue tariffs on U.S. goods going into their countries, and then the very small tariffs that we put on goods coming into the U.S. I look at it this way. I mean, all's fair in love, war, and trade. If you're going to do it to us, then we should be entitled to do it to you. But as far as like Canada being the 51st state, oh hell no, ain't no way I'd want that to happen. I wouldn't like that at all. But I like what he's doing with Mexico with the tariffs right now. Don't agree with the Mexican government trying to use it as a bargaining chip. Yeah, and I won't do that either. I because with me, all professional sports, and it says it right in either the beginning or the end of the program, it's entertainment. It's for entertainment purposes. And to me, you're a paid entertainer. I don't need your politics or your agenda pushed on me. So I stopped watching professional sports altogether. Like I said, I'll just do highlights on YouTube. But other than that, I won't support them. I won't go to any games. I won't pay for any of it. You look at the price of tickets, then the price of food and all that. It's not worth it. I mean, you got to take out a loan just to take your family to a dang ball game, like you said, or to a hockey game. I'm a big hockey guy. Love hockey. Especially, I'll go to a minor league. I'm hoping this spring, when the season starts, that I might be able to take the wife and son to a minor league game. There's a place up in Rome, Georgia, where they have a minor league team up there, so I might take them there for that. I wish they had minor league hockey here. I would love to be able to take them to experience a hockey game.
Yes.
Yep. Now, Ryan, do you like to cook or bake or any of that? That wouldn't be a bad idea. I wouldn't mind doing that. I just it's hard though, because even Old Man's channel sees a lot of trolls. I really haven't seen any yet. I've seen some in my comments, but I haven't really seen any in the half a dozen or so live streams that I've done. I think the difficult part with that would be not being able to stop anybody from saying something that's going to get your video banned or get you banned or put in YouTube jail for a while. Oh, Timothy, that's pretty dang cool. I try to do the same thing. There's some specific live streams that I really look for. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of ABL. Now, Ryan, you might want to check out some of our short videos that we've done, or even some of our regular videos that we've done on some of the food we've made. We try to make it to where it's as easy as possible, and it's not really expensive. Look, we're both retired. We live off my pensions. I'm not getting Social Security yet because I'm not old enough, but we do very well for what we do. But some of the food we make, even some of the desserts we make, you might enjoy some of them. In fact, this last week we had a get together over some friend's house, and whenever there's a get together, since I was a baker in high school, I've always got to bring the desserts. So last week we took angel food cake, strawberry glaze, and Cool Whip, And we had strawberry shortcake.
Oh, some more super chats.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely look into doing taking the calls. But if it gets out of hand with trolls, then or videos getting banned because of stuff people say, you know, I know my main concern is people saying stuff that they shouldn't say. You know, we're you know, there's some messed up people out there right now, and I think that's what concerns me. But we could probably give something like that a try. Now, Timothy, have you ever heard of ABL or Patriot Nurse? Anthony Brian Logan, the Patriot Nurse, Trish Regan, the Officer Tatum, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Well, Brian, I'll tell you, if we did give out a phone number for people to call in, it would probably be a burner phone, or we could try something like Skype. You know, this way we have an option of just blocking people right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, we're still kind of new to this whole live streaming. You know, we've
This is
been
second time
second time for live streaming
for the
like
live
this.
streaming.
But you know, I've done a few other live streams. You know, so we're still new to this. Maybe if we get a bigger audience, it might be something to look at. So
You might interview someone.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. StreamYard. There's a StreamYard.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Ryan. I might have to look into that. But again, you know, we're still young with the live streaming.
Young?
Oh, you're only as old as you allow yourself to be there, sexy. So yeah, it'd be something we look into in the future. Once we get some more live streams under our belt and everybody's more comfortable, we have a bigger audience.
Yeah.
So now, Ryan, you're bringing up some of the Homeland Security stuff. What are your thoughts on what Zelensky said about only getting 75 million?
Forever young.
Yeah, man. Gotta be forever young. She'll tell you. I got the mentality of a 12-year-old in a 60-year-old man's body.
Yeah.
Always want to have fun, always laughing, always
Yeah.
joking, always pranking.
He's
I'm a pain in the butt. You know, we went to the doctor's office today, and the little nurse, new girl in our doctor's office, she goes to take my temperature, and I just went, and scared the bejesus out of her. So the other girls in the office are used to us. They know what kind of fun we like to have. That's the second time they went by. They know what kind of fun we like to have, but they didn't warn her about us, so that's on them.
forever young. I want to be.
I want to be.
I want to be.
Yeah.
Forever.
All right, guys. What else you want to talk about? Timothy, Ryan, anybody? What y'all thinking?
Thank you.
What time is it?
It's time to. Still early, 5:30.
Okay, still got plenty of time. Oh, let me see what kind of charge I got. Okay, down to about 30%. So we'll go till we get low bat warning, and then we'll end the super chat, we'll end the live chat. Yeah, Ryan, definitely go on and check out some of our videos on some of the food we made. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially some of our desserts, man. Mama Mina makes this thing with cream cheese, and actually, you know what? We need to do that with the croissanto.
Croissant?
Yeah, the croissanto with the cream cheese filling that you do. Make some strawberry glaze, put in there. You know, make that.
That's right.
Yeah, that sounds really good. You want to sit down next to me so we can keep warm? Oh, your butt hurts? Ain't been sitting that long.
I don't see. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's very much. She didn't come back. I give her food and then
That's all she wanted.
again. Again. She's practicing already.
That's the third time they've gone by.
She's practicing already.
I guess. By yourself? Oh, I ain't worried about the likes. I just want you to enjoy some food. You know, we try to make some dang good food and just make it super easy.
Question and answer.
Oh, definitely question and answer.
What
Now,
you making for dinner, Timothy?
And did you hear what I said about the call in?
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, don't worry about the likes on the videos. Just go and see if you see something you like, watch the video, see how easy it is to make it, and enjoy it, man. If you make something, enjoy it.
I appreciate the give it likes.
Of course, we appreciate the likes, but you don't have to, man. You know, we just want people to enjoy some of the food we make, some of the desserts we make, and enjoy our conversations here, just like we do with Old Man.
Question and answer. What's your question, Timothy?
No, he's like do a question and answer session.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna answer.
Yeah, yeah.
If I don't
hey,
answer.
we're here to offer free advice too. I mean, we got a lot of experience. We've both been through a lot. You know, whether it be relationship wise, financially, we've got a lot of advice for that. So, if you have some questions, ask away.
If I know the answer, I'll answer. If not, I'm just gonna look. Did you figure out what you're gonna do for dinner?
Yeah, Timothy, what are you having for dinner?
And you too, Timothy. What's for dinner?
I might do a fluffernutter. Been a while since I had fluffernutters. You guys ever had fluffernutters? Do you guys know what fluffernutters are? Fluffernutters are good. Fourth time.
What did you do?
We've got this little convertible driving by repeatedly. I wonder if that's the guy with that freaking Tesla over there.
Yes. She's doing like this?
Yeah, man. Peanut butter and marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
You got it. Can't believe you had to look it up, man. You don't know what you're missing out on. My goodness. Look, here's the thing. When I was living in the Philippines, down there you can go get Filipino street food is just phenomenal. Okay. And you can go down there and for like 200 pesos, which is now about $4, you can get enough barbecue to feed your family. Okay. I'm talking barbecued pork on a stick, lechon, which is roast pig, chicken, all kinds of stuff that you can get. So we did that and we took it back to the house. And it's me, the wife, our son, our daughter, and her boyfriend. Pardon me. And we're sitting there, and my son is like, I really don't want barbecue. And I just picked up a jar of marshmallow fluff. I said, hold on, son, I got you. I'm going to make you something. So I made him a marshmallow fluff sandwich, and he took a bite into it, and he was like, oh, this is so good. So then our daughter tried it, and then she wanted one. Then her boyfriend tried it, and he wanted one. So now everybody else is eating fluffernutters, and I'm eating the barbecue. So if you've never had a fluffernutter, you have no idea what you're missing. You get you some good homemade white bread, some good natural peanut butter, and some marshmallow fluff, and make yourself a sandwich. I promise you will not be disappointed. What's up there, green beans? Now, I don't know about the I don't know about the magic with the bananas down there.
Banana leaves? You're talking about banana leaves? Jenna beans? That's Amy, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you got to go get yourself some peanut butter and some marshmallow fluff and some homemade bread and have a fluffernutter. Try it. Let me know what you think.
Wish I had more.
So everybody, you just saw green beans come into the live chat. Green beans is part of the.
Gina.
Huh?
That's Gina. Not green.
Oh, Gina beans. I thought it was green beans. Well, that's what happens when you're dealing with a one-eyed blind guy. Sorry, Ames. So Gina Beans is part of the other half of the Kozy Homestead. So glad she's here. So we're just having a little sit down, little talk.
Oh, I think he's talking about banana cue, turon. You're forgiven.
Thank you, Amy.
Hey Ryan, you're talking about fried banana?
Yeah, that's something down there called banana cue, where they take a banana. It's kind of a hard banana.
Yeah, it's a bar.
Yeah, and they actually fry it with sugar. Man, you want to talk about dangerous and addictive? You have to go to rehab just get off them damn things.
Yes. Yeah. Banana cue, turon.
Yeah, they have so many things that the street food down there, like I said, is phenomenal. They have this thing at Christmas where they have purple yams.
Puto bongbong.
Yes, puto bongbong. That is actually called ube, and they take that and mix it with rice. Ube.
What is this? Sticky rice.
Yeah, they mix the ube with sticky rice.
Glutinous rice. They call it glutinous rice.
Yeah, at the holidays, and they put like crystallized sugar on top of it, and they wrap it up in banana leaves and eat it.
Or margarine. Or milk. Man. Condensed milk is good.
I'll tell you what, I with all the good food that I've eaten since we've been together, look, I know I got a belly, but I'm actually surprised I don't weigh like 500, 600 pounds at this point. I'm serious. I'm serious. You look at the leche flan, all the stuff that we've eaten, especially there and here, man. Good stuff. Gina Beans, what are you up to? You guys doing anything special today? Yep. So we've already got mosquitoes coming out here. Kind of sucks. So yeah, Ryan, sounds like you need to plan a trip to the Philippines, amigo. Go down there, have a good time.
Making dinner BLT. Yum.
BLTs. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. We went after we left your place yesterday. We went to Food Depot, and I normally go in there because they have the Swaggerty sausage links that we like. I picked them up and I figured, let me go and look at the bacon. I actually found bacon in there that still has the skin on it, and I dang near freaked out right there in the store. So we bought a pound and a half of it, and we're going to fry that up for breakfast one day this week. Because let me tell you, the fried pig skin, delicious, really yummy.
Chicharon.
Yep, that's what they make pork rinds out of. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So, speaking of which, speaking of food, what are you all planning for Super Bowl weekend? Especially those in Kansas City. What are you going to do? Are you guys having a party or anything? I know that us and Gina Beans and the family's getting together, and we're going to make strawberry shortcake for that because that's one of Gina Beans' favorites. So we're making that for her. Everybody else is just lucky if they get some.
Monkey bread.
Now, do you guys like desserts? That's right. You got that right, Gina Beans. Yep. Because I'll tell you guys what, at the holidays, I'll make homemade monkey bread, and take it over there. And it gets devoured. I mean, it's good stuff. And we got a recipe for that one of our videos too. It's yummy. Yum, yum.
It's Bella's favorite.
Yep. Timothy, you still with us? Richard?
Timothy Richard. I'll be going to the garden having 6-layer bin.
Man, I'll tell you what, that Rotel dip, Gina Beans makes some killer Rotel dip.
It's going. It's going. Yeah, it's going to a gathering. Have
Yep.
fun. Enjoy. Chill. It's all the time.
It's Super Bowl on Sunday this year. Is it Sunday or is it Saturday?
I don't know.
We got to find out what day he's working this weekend. Hopefully he's not working. Hopefully he's not working for the Super Bowl.
When is the Super Bowl? Saturday?
I don't know. All right, everybody. Brain fart time. Super Bowl Saturday or Sunday? Help us out. Been so long since I've actually watched. I don't remember if it's on a Saturday or Sunday anymore. To me, it should be
Sunday.
on. See, I think it should be on a Saturday. I think I've always thought that because it gives people a chance to recover on Sunday.
Recover from where?
Recover from the party on the day before. Yeah. Yeah, some people get hungover when they watch Super Bowl.
Ice switch.
Come over and cuddle. Come on, keep me warm. Talaga.
I hope. Hindi na we.
Come on over and cuddle. There we go. It's not that bad. It's still pretty nice.
I'm pretty. Mexican. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. But not the shrimp.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with Mommy on that one. Everything but the shrimp, that sounds like a good pizza.
I think I hear that. Mexicana.
Yeah.
But the shrimp. Maybe no shrimp.
Yeah.
Your hand's cold.
A little bit.
No, little bit.
A little bit. But it's all right. It's not bad.
But the color is.
Wow. You would like that.
Which one?
Dip in the Mexican in sour cream.
Yeah. Mm. Sour cream. Delicious. Delicioso.
Yep. Now, Ryan, I take it that you really like a lot of Mexican food.
If you like Mexican, you will love a Filipino.
Yep. Because I'll tell you what, if you like Mexican food, you definitely got to check out our homemade chicken and spinach chimichangas in red enchilada sauce.
His mother is a Mexican. Make full spread. Spread?
Yeah, full
Yeah.
spreads.
Oh.
Man, I'll tell you what, when I was in the Navy, we would go out to Fallon, Nevada, and there were two Mexican restaurants that weren't far from the base. There was a higher end one that was expensive, and they actually sold alcohol. And then right next door was a little mom and pop shop. And we would go in there so much that Mama wouldn't even allow us to place an order. She would just make us place the food and bring it out. Her chili rellenos, her carne asada burritos, the best I ever had.
Oh, homemade salsa.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the homemade salsa. Man, I'll tell you what, you need to find her recipes and make copies of them. This way you have them and learn to make them.
Tamales, I'm not too much in.
Nah, I've never been a big fan of tamales either. But enchiladas,
They make it in Philippines too, though.
yeah, carne asada is probably my favorite burrito of all
Salsa, yeah.
time.
I love salsa. Mm.
I also do chicken cheese quesadillas in a cast iron skillet. The only way to have quesadillas is in a cast iron skillet. Pardon me. Yummy. Dirty rice is delicious. And you know, as far as making the whole spread thing, I think that's more Spanish, because when I was stationed in Florida, the guy who lived catty corner from me had he was Puerto Rican, and his mom, or maybe his wife's mom and dad, lived with them. And I would go over there and hang out with them. Next thing you know, the mother would be pulling me into the kitchen and sitting me down, pulling out these huge trays, almost like the chafing trays from a catering service, and sit them down on the table and just start scooping stuff on a plate for me to eat. I'd be the only one sitting there eating because everyone else had already eaten. And she would basically pull me in there and sit me down and make me eat. It was so good, especially the dirty rice, man. I'll tell you what.
Dirty rice?
Yeah, you know, and again, just like how we were talking earlier about how expensive this stuff is, I think that we used to go to Mexican food all the time, but now that we make our own, because we both love chimichangas, we love quesadillas, we love tacos. We just found it tastes so much better making it ourselves. And the best part is you can actually, like the chimichangas, you can actually take them, make them, vacuum seal them, put them in the freezer. You know, like if you eat two, when you sit down to eat, if you eat two of them, put them in a food saver, and two of them for a meal, and put them in the freezer. When you want to have chimichangas or anything like that, take them out that morning. When you come home, put them in cast iron, grill them up, get them done. You know, and then put a little bit of red enchilada sauce in there. Man, you'll be fat, dumb, and happy. I promise.
Which?
But there are some places where I do like the Mexican food, and a lot of times we'll go for the Mexican food just to get ideas on stuff to make. you know. But a lot of times, if we do make like the chimichangas, quesadillas, or tacos, stuff like that, or even nachos, then sometimes we'll go to a Mexican restaurant just to get their salsa, you know. But yeah, we eat good here. I think we all do. I know Gina Beans, they make some good food. Her and her husband Cody, the other half of the Kozy Homestead, they actually make a delicious spaghetti. And of course, we all make damn good chili. Oh, definitely. Especially you get the older folks who just make food the old way, which is what we're all trying to get back to. Just like how they had all that stuff on their farm. The Kozy Homestead, that's what we want to do. We want to have our own fruit trees. We want to have pigs. We've already got chickens here. And you can really taste a difference with the eggs compared to store-bought eggs. I mean, I'll tell you what, I think we're actually going to do a video because we bought some store-bought eggs. So sometimes we'll buy store-bought eggs and fry them up at the shelves and all and feed them to the chickens. But I think what I'm going to do is take one of our fresh chicken eggs and one of store-bought eggs and crack them so that everybody can see what the difference is. Because to me, it's very noticeable how the eggs from the market are different than fresh eggs. But that's exactly what we're trying to do at Kozy Homestead. We want the fruit trees, we want pigs, maybe a cow or two. Thinking goats for some milk. I'd like to have dairy cows, but I just the expense with having cattle can be pretty astonishing and overwhelming at times, especially when it comes to the veterinary stuff. Or like I saw a video the other day where they pulled this cow into a pen to clean its hooves because it was limping. There was a piece of bicycle chain stuck in this cow's hoof, and just what they had to do to get this out, and just all the care and everything that goes with cattle. It can be difficult. I got a lot of respect for the people that have cattle and horses and stuff like that, especially the older folks that did it back in the old days, who didn't have the stuff we have today. So ain't easy work, that's for sure. But when we do start the homestead, we want to have probably about 20 egg laying chickens and a dozen meat chickens, a couple of pigs, and just rotate them like every 6 months or so, you know. So stuff like that. Oh yeah, tomatoes, man. I showed Mama Mina a picture of a place in Israel that grows tomatoes vertically. And the number of tomatoes on these vines, I'm talking huge, deep, dark red tomatoes, the ones perfect for cutting a slice, making a tomato sandwich, you know. But that's the kind of stuff we want to do. We want to get back to all that. We want to set up a little produce stand. In fact, there's actually talk of taking the old farmhouse and turning it into a country store, which I still think is an awesome idea. And I'm hoping that we get to do that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Mama Mina's getting ready this week. She's going to start selling her homemade bread. We got other stuff that we sell, extracts, hand salve. She's getting ready to make deodorant. We're going to try and sell that. All natural products that aren't harmful to people. And that's what we're trying to go back to the old ways. Oh, that's awesome, man. I'll tell you what, I got a lot of respect for that guy because I bet he was an easygoing guy, strict, but easygoing. Someone you definitely didn't want to cross. Definitely a wealth of knowledge, like you said, and took care of his family. Did what he had to do to take care of his family. You know. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting the homestead going. And flowers in the winter, man, there's nothing like it. We're wanting to put in a couple of greenhouses. I'd really like to do in-ground greenhouses. I just don't know if we'll be able to because of the size of the rocks that we have in the ground over there. It might just be too much work to get those rocks out of there compared to set up a regular greenhouse. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, man. And honestly, I think that's what we all need to get back to. I think there's too many folks trying to find the easy way out. Not as many folks doing things the old ways, and I think that's definitely what we need to get back to. Too many young people who have no idea what work really is. You know, um, not I don't know if your grandpa's still alive or not, but could you imagine one of the kids from this younger generation going out there and having never done it before, having trying to learn and do the work that your grandpa, if he's still alive, hopefully he is still able to do to this day at his age. You know, I don't think you'll find a young person like that. I mean, if you do, they're very few and far between. It's not just the mentality and the brute strength it takes. It's the heart that you got to put into this stuff. There's still a lot of good money to be made doing stuff the old ways. A lot of good money. I know one of the guys that I know around here. He does cattle, and he sells them all over the country, transports and everything. And let me tell you, he makes some dang good money in this area we live in. There is a lot of money in this area. A lot of millionaires in this area where we live. And as far as the AC goes, I'm not a big AC guy either. Pardon me. The only reason why I use AC is just for the wife. She's got bad asthma. That is unfortunately. Sorry to hear that. That's awesome that your cousin's doing that, man. I'll tell you what. I think over the next decade, 2 decades, you're going to start to see a lot more people go in that direction. A lot of people are realizing that you can save money doing it. I mean, it might cost you a little bit to start off, but heck, when we go live on Thursday, when we go to our place out in Alabama, we're going to show you what we're going to turn into a house. And the cost is going to be negligible compared to what you're going to pay for a house. And the whole thing is, we're going to be completely debt free. You know, so anything that we do, any fruit, produce, anything that we sell from that is just going to be profit. It's just going to be stuff that we'll be able to use to further grow. Bobby, what's going on, brother? So Bobby just entered the room. He is another, he's like old man, another cool cat. I was stationed with Bobby late 80s into the early 90s. Worked with him a lot even after that. He was an ordnanceman and a crewman, and lives in the Northwest now, I believe. And yes, it is an overpriced rat race. But even Bobby's got chickens. I know he just had one chicken that hatched. Okay, yeah, I thought that's where you were, Bob. But you know, he's Bobby's just a different breed too, just like me. You know, we kind of like doing things the old ways, learn the way you used to do the old ways. So I'm glad you came into the room, Bobby. So, Bobby, that one chick that you had hatch, did it survive? Did any others hatch? Dang, that sucks. Oh well. Better luck next time. There you go. Good. I'm glad you survived at least. They were probably going to get more this year. The four that we have now are easily over 5 years old, so we're going to get some more eggs because last year we didn't get enough eggs to even preserve any. Yeah, you know, Ryan, I watch a lot of homestead channels. A lot of them have a lot of really good ideas, and I've actually saved their videos so that we can try to do some of the same things. What I want to do is take all of the best ideas and combine them into one homestead. Like we're looking at a huge rain catchment system for our property. We're looking at solar, not fixed, adjustable. And we're also looking at wind turbine because we constantly have a breeze out there in our place. So we figure between solar and wind, we'll be fine with power. For water, we're looking strictly at using rain catchment for that. I'm looking at using incinerator toilets, all low wattage items. This way, the system I install will enable us to stay completely off grid. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd like to check them out. I might already be watching them. I don't know. I watch a lot of homesteading channels. All my neighbors starting to come home from work. You know, we only had that one really good snowstorm this year, but the temperatures down here were nuts. I mean, as cold as it was, we had ice on our roads for a few days, so we didn't really go anywhere. Um, but yeah, we're probably going to do a 3 or 4 more, maybe even 5 while we're here, because I really want to be able to preserve some eggs for the next couple of years. So now, Bobby, one thing I learned today: the bloom that's on the egg, believe it or not, if you use just warm water to rinse off the egg, it won't remove the bloom. I just learned this today. I thought once you put it in warm water, the bloom would come off. But I watched a video today where this lady showed, because one of her chickens actually does an excess amount of bloom on the egg. She showed the bloom on the egg. You could actually see it. It was white. There was so much of it on there. And she actually took it, ran it under warm water to rinse off any poop, and then set it back down and did a time lapse. So you could see as the egg dried, you could see the bloom was still there. So apparently the only time it comes off is if you use a cleaner or some kind of soap and you scrub it. That's the only time the bloom will come off. So it won't come off in just warm water. So that was good to know today. But yeah, Ryan, definitely hook me up with that channel name. Definitely want to check it out. Yeah, and Bob, we're the same way. Our island inside that cabinet stays pretty cool. So when we get the eggs, we'll actually take them, put them on the big egg cartons, and sit them under there. And we'll leave them there for months. I can tell you, we've had eggs under there for more than 3 months, and they were fine. Let me see what kind of charge I got. I might have to go here shortly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go here in a little bit. Down to 15% on my phone. Oh yeah. See, I don't have any roosters, so mine don't get fertile. We got rid of the roosters a while ago, probably 4 years ago. Got tired of them raping the hens, and one of the hens actually got her leg broken. We had to eat her, but we ate him first to see if we could try to fix her leg and get that to heal, but it wouldn't. So we ended up eating her a couple days later. But I actually like to try to preserve the eggs as well. So if we can get them out of the coop without any poop on them, we'll actually take and put them in a separate carton. And then once we get like 3 dozen, we'll take and preserve them in a 5-gallon bucket. Pardon me. Yeah, we started getting eggs a few days ago. Now we're back to getting anywhere from 2 to 3 eggs a day. So we'll see what happens. We like eating eggs though. As long as we can get 3 to 4 eggs a day, we'll be all right. We'll be able to preserve some, but we ain't gonna take the chance this year. We're definitely going to get more so that we can have more eggs. You know, and Bobby, we were thinking about doing that, but now we're actually looking to get a small freeze dryer, and we're going to freeze dry them and put them away. Once we're out at our place in Alabama and we're getting 20 or so eggs a day, depending on how many egg layers we have, yeah, we might be selling some. I mean, I'd like to be able to set up a roadside stand or have a general store there so that we can sell them. All right, Ryan, no biggie. Next time he's on, tell you what, I really appreciate if you do this for me. Next time he's on, get the channel name and just go to any one of our videos and just say hi in a new comment and put the channel name in there for me. I'll check them out. But yeah, we're hoping to have customers, you know, with everything that we're making now and everything that we want to sell. Because Mama Mina is talking about selling her bread, 2 loaves for $10. You know, they're basically 9x5s, decent loaves of bread, and they're dang good. And thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Well, look, I am down to 10% on my battery life. Unfortunately, with my mic system plugged in, it drained the battery. So I had a doctor's appointment today. Didn't have a chance to charge my phone before I started my live stream because I was late from the doctor's. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll do a short video to let everybody know what time. You all take care. Stay blessed. You too, brother. Appreciate y'all being here. See you in the next one.
Are you ready, Captain?
I am now.
I'm watching you there. Can I hear you going?